right on top of it.
All right. And yeah, Tech or Steadfast dropped there, but we're in game anyway.
Mm-hmm. So let's go ahead and introduce our first players. The first of which is going to be spawning in the top left-hand corner, representing Team Elevate. Up by 1, it is MaSa.
Woo!
Yeah.
And his lofty opponent down here on the bottom right-hand side of the map, also representing Team Elevate, it is Bales.
Yeah. That's my boo-boo. Scorpling in the crowd chants. So, man, that last game basically went down to a very, very passive early game from both players, and then a hell of a lot of liberators out of MaSa to kind of just choke out Bales.
Definitely. I do like what Steadfast was saying, that MaSa kind of lulled him into being passive by just making those 2 Hellions early. You're like, no one makes 2 Hellions.
Exactly. And MaSa of all people, right?
Here. Yeah, exactly. And that even though he had Blink for the Stalkers, he never really got out on the map to do anything with it. So it just kind of lulled him into staying at home that attack time. Mm-hmm. Now we got a sneaky probe out on the right-hand side here for Bales. So some sort of shenanigans.
Definitely, right? You don't just put a pylon over there for no specific reason. And it's not even like it's that far forward for a proxy Stargate, but it still makes me think that it potentially could be. But I almost think it's going to be a Twilight.
Yeah, that might make more sense, or else, like you said, you would go closer.
Unless he's like super meta and, just hiding it.
Yeah, happens. Even then, I'd probably go on the bottom side.
Oh, he puts a Robo.
Oh, what's going on?
That was going to be the last thing that I thought it would be, because usually when you proxy Robo, you're making those Immortals in order to be closer so that you can bypass the warp.
Yeah, then you really do need it close. So curious what'll come out of there, if it's just for a Warp Prism or what. He is making an Adept, but there's no Twilight or anything yet.
It's 1 base too, by the way. So is it just going to be... What the heck?
MaSa already taken a look around with this Marine, but clearly not going to scout way over there.
I mean, that's one of the last places you would scout, and maybe that's why Bales decided to put it there. And I am at a loss for words. I wonder what he wants to do. Oh, this is cool then. We're going to see the Robotics Bay get put down.
Nice.
And is he going to go for a really early Disruptor drop?
Drop, yeah.
Really?
I don't know that I would do that against MaSa. I don't care if he doesn't expect it, if he doesn't whatever. He's the type of guy that will see it. Like, he only needs half a second to react to it. But, I don't know. But I could be wrong. It could slay.
All right. Well, honestly, we'll find out. We'll see if he even decides to go for the Warp Prism speed. I don't know if he can afford it off of 1 base. If you tend to see this kind of style, it's usually after the... second base has been established. So I don't know if he'll be able to afford the Warp Prism speed, but he should be able to get a Disruptor out. And once he gets that, it's just going to allow... Oh, he will go for it. Okay. So he's putting a lot in this, man.
Yeah, this is a huge investment.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of fun, whether it works or not.
All right. And let's go ahead and look at MaSa, I guess, right? What is he up to?
He's got some Marines chilling at home. I think he's detecting that stuff is missing. And he's waiting for an Oracle or something, but that's not what's going to come.
It's not going to be an Oracle, no. And I think just the fact that he doesn't know, he's just taking every single precaution. And that might put him in a weird spot, but it's not going to put him behind by any means because of the fact that his base was so much earlier. So this is the kind of play that you need to do. But it's just like, what is it? He doesn't know. He has no idea.
Yeah, that Prism speed is about to finish up. He's hanging outside just until it does. Swooping on in, but now he sees it. There comes a shot.
Oh!
Yeah.
Doesn't do much. MaSa, on top of things, he reacted to that so quickly, pulling those SCVs, and now
that's kind of what I was getting at. Like I can't see, of most people we know, I can't see that hurting him.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
You know what is gonna hurt?
Yeah.
This drop coming from MaSa. It looks like. Oh no! You know what? These 3 adepts trying to put in some work, but that's not a lot actually with the Cyclone on the field. Oh no! This might actually just be a bit of. They don't have stim or anything, right? So.
Yeah, he'll eventually clean this. He's got the mothership core there too, so he'll be fine. That's
This
cute
is real
though.
life. Oh, MaSa.
Marine, boom.
Oh, come on, if you can save it. Oh, MaSa. No. Oh, that would have been so
crazy.
sexy.
He was distracted there looking at the disruptor, which came in on the other side.
Oh my, yeah. The disruptor ended up finally getting some kills. I didn't see it.
I didn't see how many, but it was
7 kills.
Yeah, sounds right.
Okay.
But is that? I mean, it's still alive. He can still do some work with it, but that, like you said, was a huge investment that early. So is 7 kills enough there? I kind of don't think so. But he is ahead in supply overall. He's got 2 more disruptors with the main army, and still the other one. It's going to be hard for MaSa to stand and fight anything with this many disruptors that early.
I think the coolest part is that exactly what you said. This many disruptors this early, not usually a unit you're going to see so fast. So MaSa needs to kind of play it out a little bit differently. He at least does have the stim now, so he can maneuver around. The medevacs are there, so he can pick them up. But he still has to worry about that warp prism. I mean, every time an engagement happens, it's like, whoa, even enforcing a stim. Oh, another one. Good dodges here from MaSa. But guess what? Disruptor coming here on the south side. Warp prism does get fended off away by that missile turret. Oh.
Got a Widow Mine blocking the 3rd base here. He's been trying to put that down.
Oh, so that would have been nice if he was able to get it. He has had a robotics for so long, but did not make an observer. But who needs observers when you have Purification Nova? Not this guy.
Drop making its way towards the 3rd. Whether he'll go for that or bypass and go into the main.
Oh, man. Oh, man. The Warp Prism is actually going to be right around that area, too. So he could sneak in that disruptor shot as MaSa does stim in to try to cancel the 3rd. It's going to get targeted down, but Bales does have that Warp Prism. Can he save the 3rd? I don't think so.
And he'll go right into the main. Everything kind of out of position here. Big warp in.
All right. Okay, this is a tense situation here because that Twilight Council is getting targeted down. Oh, no, that's Blink. And he doesn't, is not able to save it. This is a big deal, though, because this is how we're supposed to be dealing with the drops. Without Blink, he can't even really punish the medevacs for a long time. And he can't continue his upgrades either, so it's kind of like a double shot.
Yeah, he's got a Liberator in the back here of the Natural at the same time. Now get the overcharge off, but it's just out of range. Nice spot found there. And there's a couple more probes going down.
And since the 3rd base got canceled, he can't even transfer those probes to the 3rd. MaSa taking control of this game, and he is not going to let it go anytime soon as that disruptor, or rather the Liberator production has begun.
Yeah, very little income right now for Bales as he's essentially on half a base worth of mining. Stalker's going in, just diving at that Liberator to take it out.
Yeah.
As the main army comes into this 3rd base, Liberation Zone going right after. Disruptors taken out before the damage is done.
Oh my, this is just going to be a death push out of MaSa, I think. And it's not even a death push in the fact that he kills all the units, but okay, well, there you have it.
Brave, very brave to walk into that with barely enough forces to kill them in time. That's going to be like the scariest decision for a Terran. I'm going to walk directly into this Purification Nova because I think I can kill that in time.
Mm-hmm.